Hello everyone, welcome. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. It is time. I've been waiting for this moment. I was hoping to be able to do this stream like, what, maybe 7 hours ago? But then by the time that I got home, Starforcing was disabled. But now we are so back. What isn't back though? My frame rate. That's okay. We'll survive. We'll survive. Alright. Let's start keeping track of our gains here, I suppose. How do I keep track of this? What's the best way to do it? Alright. Let's see. Let's do it like this. Wait, the chat just started working. Before it wasn't working. That was weird. Alright, where should I put the start thing? I guess I'll go into... Alright. I'll go into the Starforce room in a bit, and then I can move this around. Maybe... We'll start off with also like finding out my combat power and stuff. Should I keep track of my combat power with or without my fams? Maybe I'll do it without fams. Oh, but then again, I'll turn on my fams afterwards anyway. Let's do it with fams. 382. Makes more sense. I don't want to do it with both. I feel like it will fill up my screen too fast. With the fams, I think makes sense though, because I'll always check with my fams anyway. Yeah, funny thing, you guys, look at this. You can't click on the top half of this button. I was like, did they break the guild hall? Nope, turns out only the bottom half of it's working. Look at this. Thank you, Nexon. Alright. Everybody's out here Starforcing. Let's get started. Where do I put this? I guess I can put it here. That makes sense. Okay. Let's start off with good old Source. No Twitch stream? Nah, I'll break people's streak if I do it on Twitch. I usually don't stream on Twitch off my usual days. Break streak, not yours. True. Alright, let's have some fun here, shall we though? I'll start with the Source because this is already 21, so it's just 1 star. And yeah, let's see. We start off at basically 275 bill. Maybe for this I can change it. It's technically 277. Alright, let's have some fun. Alright, absolutely making sure safeguarding number 4. Yep, that's what it is. Time to spend all of our money. This is gonna be very expensive, but it's fine. 1 star can be giga cursed. I mean, to me, this is not that much different from like if I was tapping 15 to 16 to 15 to 16 to 15 to 16. You know, it's the same thing, dude. It's just, at least I don't have to blow it up. You know? I just make sure I need to let go of my spacebar. I need to just let go of my spacebar so that I don't accidentally tap it. That's the only game we're playing, right? We don't care about the costs so much. The costs can't be helped, right? But at least we don't blow up our items, and you know, as long as we're aware to let go of the keyboard, it's fine. That's all it is. Alright, this one's already 20 as well. Alright, let's see. CFE. I'll start off with just the ones that are above 20. Because that makes sense. Holy, look at this. 600 mil per tap. Alright, what are we starting at? 57 roughly. Okay, this one could be pretty expensive. Okay, 1 more star. Holy, 1 bill per tap. Oh my god. So wait, it was like, I spent 20 bill on the last one. And each tap was about 700 mil, let's say. 10, 30 taps. I could spend 30 bill on 1 star? Oh no. If it was as bad as the other one, it'll be about 30 bill for this 1 star. Oh man. Please go fast. This is, please, 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 please. Oh my god. It wasn't even that cheap for like the 160 item. Now we're doing level 200 item. Oh my god. Oh, okay. That one felt cheap. That one felt cheap. Alright. I started at 50, 57. Now I'm at 26. 30 bill. Okay, wow. In comparison, that was a bargain. In comparison. Alright, what else we got? So, I know this is at 19, but I want to leave this till last because I actually have spares of my eye patch. I kind of want to leave it for last because I might want to try to send it to 23. 21 to 22 Eternals with 2.3 bill per tap. And the crazy part thing, like, even though the 22, like tap, 21 to 22 is 2.3 bill, it is still mathematically correct to safeguard that. That's the crazy part. It just puts the whole cost of Eternals into perspective, right? Like, mathematically, it is better to safeguard it. Oh my god, this is so expensive. Alright. I was gonna say, wow, so cheap, 400 mil. Yeah, so cheap. Alright. ET. So this one's 19 to 22, hopefully. Look, if this thing takes 226 bill and we don't get to 22, it is what it is. Alright. Safeguarding at 4, I don't want to blow anything up. Alright, please go quickly. Oh my god. 2.6 bill per tap. Oh, that was lucky. Yep, very good. Can't complain with that. Well, how much did I start off with then? It was like 26? Yeah. I think it was at 26. So I spent 14 bill. That was only 6 taps. Wow, that was really lucky then. But we're not out of the danger zone yet. Ooh. Alright, at least we got the expensive star out pretty cheap. Like this one, like obviously is not as good as well, but at least it didn't get stuck at 19. Would much rather it get stuck here than at 19. Man, 8% chance of success is crazy. Crazy low. I haven't really. I'm not really counting like how many fails this are. This is a lot. This is a lot though. We're reaching the 50 fails. All good. Alright, how much was that? So I started at 26-ish. Alright, all the savings I got from 19 to 20 got sunk into 21 to 22. But that's okay, like, you know, could be worse. So that was like 75 bill-ish. Roughly. That was pretty painful in the last one, but look. I'm just happy I get to keep the item. I'm just happy I get to keep the item. I don't care. I don't care if these things are expensive. It's the least of my concerns. My money, I don't care. I just care about one thing, it's just the stars. Alright, this one is going to be kind of painful. These 2 stars, hopefully these go quickly. So let's see. 73 is okay-ish. Yeah, that's okay. Like, if you put that into perspective, a plus 10 above average, that's not the worst. It's because, like, I got lucky on the 19 to 20 star, right? That was the expensive one, but I got stuck at 21 to 22. But I could have easily have done 50 taps at 20, 19 to 20. Like, all those taps I did, 21 to 22, if that was on 19, that would have easily been like 150 bill. Alright, it starts at 18 here. So hopefully this goes to 22. I have, what, 150 bill. Man, this is going to be a really short stream, guys. I've been streaming for like 10 minutes. And we're almost done. I was hoping to be able to do a lot of, like, tapping, but... yeah, that's not happening. Oh, I didn't really pay attention to where I started. I think it was at 150 bill, roughly. Come on, Zerk. Okay. I mean, I would definitely rather, like, these guaranteed gains that are expensive. Like, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. You don't have to enhance it at 4. Like, be my guest if you don't want to enhance it at 4. But I feel like I know better than to gamble these spares. You would think that for a Zerk, you can do X Lotus and, you know, get it back easily, but it's not often the case. I'm getting destroyed here though. Not actually blowing up the item though, but this is pretty expensive. I have spent 100 bill for 1 star. On this one item. Oh, yes, let's go. 100 bill for 2 stars. For 2 stars. Oh, 100 bill for 3 stars. Oh, yo, if I hit this one cheap, then it's okay, right? Then we're winning. It's painful to watch. No matter how painful it is to watch this, what I'm doing right now is better than what we could have possibly have had if they didn't implement it. Like, this is expensive, this is painful to constantly fail and lose all your money like this, but I much rather this than losing my item 18 to 19 and then having to wait up to a year for another spare. Like, if this is what I gotta do to make gains, so be it. Alright, well that was pretty, I'm not gonna lie though, that was pretty painful. that was the one that got unlucky, but the silver lining is, at least it was a 160 item. If that was on a level 200 item, I would be broke and it wouldn't be 22. I would be broke and not 22. I think that was 120 bill total. Holy, yo Zerk, I got railed. What the hell is that? 120 bill, excuse me? I don't think I have enough money to finish this eye patch anymore. Oh man, I don't have enough money for this. man, I was very optimistic going into this event. I thought that I could get everything to 22, but that Zerk yoinked my money and ran with it. Let's see, eye patch. No, there is no world where I don't safeguard 4. Like, every single item that you blow up before 22 is a 23 attempt that you lost. That's how I view it, right? Like, you can be cheap, right? That's fine. It's up to you. Like, I have 3 total eye patches. I have 2 spares here, right? So I have my one that I'm wearing and then 2 spares. Every time that I blow this eye patch up before 22, I had a chance at 23. And the chances to 23 is not even that bad. It's 15 against 17. It's like slightly under 50%. Like, well, why would you be stingy on that? Like, all the money you spend up to 22 is just a 23 attempt. You just have to wait a bit. Yeah, it's okay if it doesn't go. It's more like, I would have liked to get a little bit more mileage out of my money. It's all good. Alright, where do we land, guys? Where do we land? Oh, make sure. Alright, I get like 30 tries. Not even 30 tries. I get 20 tries at this star. I just hope to get lucky. Oh! Okay, that's a good start. Good start. Alright, the expensive star is gone. Alright, I have a good chance at 21 here, and have a few tries at 22. Okay, 21 done. Alright, last star. Do we get this to 22, and are we done with our Arcana's pitch for now? Alright, how many tries do we have here? A little under 40? Wait, the math doesn't look right. Is that right? Is it actually 40 tries? Hey, 40 tries is pretty good. I have 25 bill and 620 something. Is it actually? Wow, it's up 40 tries. It's not bad, actually. Not bad. You want animations on? Okay. This is gonna be realistically the last item that I'm gonna be able to tap anyway. I can't afford anything else. Alright, here we go. Okay. Well, that was completely balanced off the Zerk. Can't complain. That was 6 bill. That was 6 bill, right? Look at the contrast. That's crazy. That's crazy contrast. The Zerk took 120 bill, and the eye patch took 6 bill. Animation carried, yeah. The main reason why I'm a little bit sad that I don't have that much money going onto this eye patch is that because I do have the spares, if I had more money, I would 100% go for 23. But if I go for 23, realistically, I'm not even going to get this back to like 19 or 20. The money's gone. If it booms, it's just gone. I'll try again another time. I have no money. Well. Nice. I'm happy with that. That eye patch made up for the Zerk kind of being a scam. I think 120 bill is a bit expensive, right? For a 160 item, it's on the upper end. Well, it looks like the upper end considering ET took 75 for those 3 stars. 120 seems kind of steep. You're on average across everything? I'm happy with that then. Yeah. Average is good. Average is good. Alright. Well. Let's go find out what our combat power is now. Oh. Wait, I have to open FAMs though. Alright. And what are we gonna be? We were at 382. 415. Holy moly. Holy crap. We started at 382 and ended at 415. That's a 33 mil combat power gain. Actually crazy. So all I'm missing now is a belt. Nice. Pretty good. Average for 160 items, 50 bill confirmed. Ah, there you go. So it kind of averaged out between the 2 items. 120 bill into 6 bill. You know what? It's average, and I'm happy for that. The 120, it did feel like it was expensive, a little bit excessive, but you know, it worked out. That's all I care about. Nice. Now the problem is with 24 bill, like I don't feel like I achieve anything with that, right? I don't think I achieve anything with 24 bill. Let's have a quick look at some other characters. I had some characters I don't mind tapping 21 to 22 on. I'm trying to remember which ones had it. My Seer has an eye patch. I think my Seer has an eye patch. Because right now I only have enough money to do 21 to 22s. I won't have anything to push like 18 to 19 and 19 to 20. And this is let's see. Yeah, I have an eye patch here. And then I can try to fix things on this character a bit later. Well, my Corsair got a bunch of drops, what the heck? Okay. Well. $20 bill. Oh, 20 minutes and 250 bill. I mean, that's fine. I would rather it be fast like this. Alright. Animation tech. So this is... Look, my Corsair's gear is like basically in the exact same spot as my Kana's. Like legit, it's more or less in the same spot. Has the exact same pitch. Alright, let's see if we can get this one. We're watching the animations to make it feel like we're getting more value out of our money. Wow, that was pretty quick. Nice. How much was that? That was like maybe 3 bill, 4 bill? I'll say 4 bill. I think it was around 4. Nice. Very cheap. I didn't bother checking the combat power because it's just 1 star. Alright, I'm trying to remember which other character had 21s. My Battle Mage had some 21s, I think. I'm a little bit sad I couldn't work more on my Battle Mage because I just realized it has an 18-star Zerk. So I guess I'll just have to wait for it another time. Maybe my Ren has a 21 source? Because I only have enough money to work on 21 to 22. Maybe I can get lucky and get 1 star here and there. I love that I don't need to put my money away as well. Okay, I have a 21 eye patch. Technically, I have a 21 source. Ah, man. I really wish I could work on my Ren, but I don't have money. Oh, man. My Ren could have swapped. Look at this. I have the source ready and the belt ready. What a shame. But I can't afford to tap it. I don't have money. That's 19, 19, 21. I guess I can go for the eye patch. Let's do this eye patch. And then next Starforcing event, I'll just save up again and do exactly the same thing, just with some other items. And just slowly go through my characters. Safeguard. Let's see if we can get this Ren's eye patch to 22. Yo, these animations. It's gotta be the animation tech. Yo, that was 3 different 22 stars that have just gone so free. That was 1 bill. That was 2 tries. That's crazy. Congrats on gains. Thank you. It's been a while. It has. It has. Is this Kaiser God? The Kaiser God? In my stream? W mans. Alright, what other 21s do I have? I'm specifically targeting 21s that are level 160. Because I don't have money for anything else. I mean, I can do some more weeklies, but I don't know if I can be bothered. Ooh, 21 ET. 21 source. Okay. Alright, let's do the source first. And then I'll go check some other characters. Oh my god, this is the main guild. The main guild Starforcing room is in the middle. Monsters. Okay. Starforce setting 4. Alright, come on, Battle Mage. You were the original Hyperion. The first main. It's never the first main. Oh, never mind. That was 8. 8 tries. Oh, yo. These 160 items are going pretty cheap. So 8 by, how much was that? Like 600 mil per tap? That was like 5 bill, basically. Oop. Yo, this last 20 bill has gone pretty far. I don't know if I have any other 160 items, to be honest. I might have to go for these 200s now. Oh, this ET might... Like, that's like 10 taps on the ET. Yeah, it's a shame. I do have the ability to tap some more stuff, but I guess I'm in no rush, hey. 15 bills, not a lot to go with. What do you guys think? Because if I safeguard 18 to 19... I guess this is a mule. I could be cheap and just like safeguard to 18 and then raw tap to 20. I don't know, that seems kind of sus. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is because like I'm not really treating my battle mage as a main, so I might not need to safeguard. But at the same time, every spare I can try for 23. I can try for 23. Look, my battle mage actually has a 23 eye patch, you know? I'm just saying. What if I 23 the Zerk? Maybe that spare makes it to 23. Because that's valid too. Like, tapping it without safeguarding is like kind of valid. Where's the booming? I did that last Starforcing event. You know what's crazy? If I got even slightly lucky on the Zerk, this Starforcing event would have been insane. Like that one Zerk was the one that like took most of my money, right? But if I got lucky even in the slightest on that character, holy, actually my gains would have been crazy. Because then I would have had enough money to push more items. I have a lot of items that are just at 0 star. My Kana took everything. Could do some more weeklies. Alright, let's check though. I might have some 21 star items on this Xenon. I don't remember if they're all 22. It might actually all be 22. Yeah, have you guys actually seen how like crazy my Xenon Starforcing is? Like this was all done pre-event, right? Like I got all these things normally. Look at this. Look at this. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Some mules just got it. 24 slime ring on a mule? The best part about what you guys just saw is that's not even the only character with a 24 slime ring. Like, look at my Wild Hunter slime ring. But 2 line, what do you mean? It was double prime. It's all stat, double all stat. But look at this though. It's just randomly on my Wild Hunter. Double prime, 24 star. W. And look how sad the rest of the gear is. What am I looking at? 18 here. 18 here. It's missing a Zerk. I get to pity the Zerk in like 3 weeks though. It's not too bad. I could tap this. Let me see if I can find some other pitch. I'm trying to think. Hero has a source. Blaze Wizard might have, actually. I think my Blaze Wizard might have an eye patch at 21. How Shining interact with it? Yeah, it's just 30% off. Shining is pretty good. Just straight up 30% off. In terms of the pricing. Ooh. Okay, you know what? That's pretty good. I can do this one and this one. I don't have to worry about the other stuff. And then on the next event, then I can try this. Yeah, let's do some... I'm just looking at the 160 items right now. Now, technically, I should be working on maybe the sup rings as well. Maybe I can do the sup rings as well. It's not too bad. I need to drop an item. Yeah. Sacrifice the risk taker. Yep. Okay, eye patch. Let's try this one. Where am I not? 16. Like I say 15 and a half, basically. What's going on? Yo, this animation tech. Every single item I've tapped with the animation on has gone on the first, like, within 10 tries. That's crazy. It's gotta be the animations. This is so... What's going on? Hello? I'm a believer. Like, if it's under 10 taps, that's so good. It makes me feel like my money's being better used as well. I don't know about you guys. Because this is like the normal experience. This is what you expect from 8%. Even actually, no, that was pretty cheap. Nah, I'd say that's still pretty cheap. I think I started off like 14 bill. I spent 7.5. That was still cheap. I'll just say 7 bill. You need a ton of meso but no boom? Yeah, it's so worth it. Cheap to not boom. Even if it's expensive to not boom, it's still worth it. I think that I would much rather use all of my money for these gains. You know, I could make back a decent amount of money. Maybe not tonight though. I'm a little lazy. Holy. Yeah, do you know what this is basically? I make, let's say, 70 bill a week, and if we get shining every 2 weeks, I basically have about 140 bill per week. Per shining. So at 140 bill per shining, that's maybe enough to do 1 to 2 items every week to 22 star. That checks out, right? Because every fully safeguarded item is anywhere between 50 to 100 bill each. You're never cubing. I'm only tapping the ones I've already done as well. I'm so far only working on the ones that I've already got. I know I haven't praised it enough. One of the best things right now is the fact that I don't have to put my money into my storage and then take it out, and put my money into the storage and take it out. This is the first time I've had that privilege, you know? It's so good. And I get lost a lot on my... Oh my god, in my inventory. I love universal storage. I mean, universal wallet. Alright, I gotta throw something out here. Let's throw this. I'm pretty sure I have 21s on this character. Yo, I have a 20 star. Yo, that's value actually, right? Isn't that kind of value? 20 to 21 is like kind of cheap. I can settle 21. No, actually, I might as well go for 22, but... Yeah, you know what? Yeah, just try for 22. No harm there. Because I was going to try 21s anyway. Oh, look at that. The hero somehow got a 20 Zerk. I'll take it. Okay, this might end up being the last item though. But I've been saying that for the last couple of items. But this one actually might be the last item. Okay, I'm starting at 7.5 bill. If I can get 1 star off of this, it's a win. Oh, it's a win. Alright, 1 star. Can we get the 2nd star? Surely. Gotta believe in the animation tech. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. Come on, go. 22. 2 more tries. On the last one. Oh, just enough money. On the very last try. I have 95 mil. Actually on the last try. Just enough money. Scripted. Nice. Alright. Yeah, dude, I achieved so much in that last 20 bill. Look at the last 20 bill. What am I looking at? That's actually crazy. My Kana was like pretty normal, pretty average. Like genuinely, the numbers are pretty average, right? Like these ones here. Hang on, what do we have? 20 to 22. I did that a few, 20 to 22 or 21 to 22 a few times. You got 20, 30, and then for ET, 75. But that also includes the 19 to 20. I copped it on this Zerk though. This Zerk I copped. 120 bill for 22 star on a 160 item. That one I copped. But you know, it balanced out with this one. So from here onwards was, what is this? Holy crap! These games are so free for my characters. Yeah, the last 30 or so bill had so much value on my account. That's nuts. Notice that the animations was on since the eye patch. I agree. That was all. Ever since I turned on the animations, it started working really well. I don't know. It's kind of sus. This guy's on the secret tech. He hadn't been telling anybody. Alright, maybe I can do some bosses. Because I have some other items. I wouldn't mind trying to get this to 22. I don't really care about these. These are going to get replaced eventually. Yeah. For my hero, I have this sauce. Hydrate check. That's crazy. Let's see. Maybe I'll do my battle mages bosses. I haven't touched a lot of the expensive ones. Yeah. Alright guys, I will say, overall, given how fast it is, it's very ironic that I feel this way. I usually don't have my Starforcing like animations on, but it kind of did feel more fun to have the animations on. I don't know. I might just be coping because I got so many gains off of the last while, but generally speaking, it was kind of exciting with the animation. The little additional shine made the hits feel better. It probably does. It's all like cope, right? But I don't know. It was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. Yo, I can do. Look at all these money. Look at all this money I can farm. I have not touched so many of my mules. Did I make gains on my battle mage? I did. I made 1 star gain. Yo, W. I have 95 mil though, so kind of broke. Well, my hero has a source. If I do like even 1 mule's worth of stuff, that puts me into a good spot, right? I did not have a lot of money, and I spent it all on these pots. Nice. Yeah, that 1 source star is gonna make this run so much faster, guys. That one star is gonna make or break this. Yeah, why am I so Hecate not buying the boss, huh? Suspicious. Guys, I'm gonna leave this run because I realized I just did my burst and I didn't have any buffs on. Nobody said anything. You guys just let me run in there, just burst the boss, and achieve nothing. I was like, why is this taking so long? Not a single buff was used. Oh, there we go. You guys are griefing me. End Carlos or reset? I don't know about that one. End Carlos just sounds like a free reset for you. I think event buffs are off. Ah, that's okay. I don't have anything on my event buffs. My event buffs are all Sacred Force. And this character has more than enough Sacred Force because I'm just doing easy Carlos right now. And Carlos is half a source tap. No, actually it should be more, right? Isn't it? I think the source tap is... It's like 600 mil. From 21 to 22. Right? This is 1.5. Compared to E-Carlos. Ah, I see what you mean. That's not going to increase the likelihood of me doing N Carlos. Oh good. I don't know, N Carlos makes me feel a certain way. Just disappointment. What a shot. Is the Kana 22/8 set? It is. I finished all the 22s of the items I owned. So the only thing I'm missing now is a belt that hasn't dropped, which I'll get eventually. Or I think I'm also missing, well yeah, I'm missing ET for sure. Not ET, sorry, TC. I'm also missing my badge. So for all the ones I own, it's done. I missed my bind! Oh, the scuffed burst. the last 20 or 30 bill was like a miracle 20-30 bill. Actually nuts. And that would never be possible in the old system too. Even if I got lucky with the amount of money that I spent, like chances are stuff would blow up. 100%. You know when you're supposed to break Golix for pitch belt and earrings? It's kind of hard to say. I use a very simple metric. I don't know how it would apply to yeah, honestly, I use a pretty simple metric. If I have a good enough star CFE or belt and I highlight over it and it gives me combat power gains, I swap. It's not like a very good way of thinking about it, but it's because of how inflated boss damage is, right? If you're getting a combat power gain, assuming that you have more than enough IED, it should be better. It's a very, like, lazy way of checking. Like, the real answer is you put it into a calculator or Maple Scouter and then figure it out, right? But if you're like me, you're just like, just vibe checking the item. If it gives you a positive combat power, it's probably good enough to swap. I swapped a lot of my characters at 5 sets, right? Yeah, the correct answer is check Scouter. The fun answer is just look at the combat power. If it goes up, it's more than good enough. A lot of my characters I swapped over at 5. Can I reset E-Carlos? You're such a bastard. I hate this guy. My buffs. Let me tap my items. You get your one, or fine, whatever. Have your filthy reset, these stupid legacy resets. Yeah. Man, most of the people here don't even know what just happened. They just left the map for no reason. It's because I gave these guys reset privileges from too long ago. You guys get too many of them. You guys had too many of them. I don't know if I'll do this again. I just want to tap my sauce. Come on, man. How many does Tilda have? Tilda has another 5 resets, but we have a clause. You can only reset the boss once. That was the clause. End Carlos or reset? You know, it's funny you say that. If I was doing End Carlos, I probably still wouldn't even be like that far into like P22. You just assumed I died out? Oh man, is your opinion on me that low? Come on. Is it earlier in the stream? Yeah, I tapped my kind of stuff at the beginning. If you want to see that. I got absolutely rolled by my Zerk. That Zerk robbed me good. It's okay, the rest of it was alright. It was just one item, one bad item. See, this is why we all hate variants. You know, look at the difference of the variants. I hit both sides of the spectrum. I only got lucky because I got on the cheap side multiple times. But I could have easily have gotten as, you know, it could have gone 120 both ways. It's got to be the animation tech. Holy, my Ascent does so much damage. What the heck? What? Well, that was my ascent. My ascent's level 9? Okay, that did way more damage than I expected. You can instant kill Gloom, I think so, yeah. Oh, what's my Jenny? I have a different Jenny hotkey for all of my characters. Why is my Jenny iframe on A on this character? All my characters have their Jenny iframe on a different button. That'll teach me to have different hotkeys. I had one job. It's all good. You know, I'm not sad. Could have been out by now, but it's all good. You have delete on all your characters. Most of the time, my Jenny iframe's on like my tilde key. Usually. Where'd you go? Damn, having a strong ascent's pretty good. Maybe I should have reset my ascents like that more. I split my ascents so funny, so weird across my my characters. Didn't really think much of it. I just like left one in ascent and then one in Hecate. But in hindsight, probably not the best distribution of my Hexa, but that's fine. Why he taps you for Jenny? Oh, yo, chill. So I can do this, I can do adversary and some of these smaller bosses, and I can get maybe like 5 or 6 taps on a source. You know, that sounds like a good trade. That's pretty good. Yo, where are my pets? Oh my god, I did that entire run without my pets. Didn't even notice. The buff bar is looking kinda low. Maple rewards. Yeah, I'm a little bit sad that I don't have more money to tap on more characters. But I also, in a way, underestimated how much money I needed for these gains. I was just excited by the concept of getting items to 22 stars without blowing it up. I didn't really think about the cost. Look, I'm happy paying the cost. I just kind of hoped that it would go across more items. But I'm pretty happy with the gains. Now we're just, you know, we're just being greedy. Maybe we'll get some more stuff. Who knows? For every boss that I do, I'll get more taps on that source. That's all that matters. My hero is going to get a 22 source, hopefully. And the next event, I might get 1 or 2 extra items to 22. So I just need to pick a character, pick 2 of its pitches, and then hopefully it gets a 22. Wait, what just happened? Uh-oh. I don't know why I parried. Work on 2 items every 2 weeks, it got said. Oh, working on an item every 2 weeks. Yeah, it's nice. This is what Maple Story needed. It needed to, like, tell people with, like, a certainty that they'll have events on. Because that was always the feels bad part of it, right? Like, you could only take a guess on, like, when we would get events. Whether it be a cube sale or Starforce event or something like that. It was always, like, feels so bad just guessing. Okay, am I going to be able to work on things? Do I need to save? You know, whatever the thing was. Not having to worry or ask yourself, like, can I just, like, send my items? Felt kind of bad. Same thing with cube sales. They did announce that they'll do it more often, right? Did they say that it was once every... Oh god, my frames. It's once every quarter now, instead of twice a year. Whatever the number was. Whatever it was, there was a number that they said. All I know is they said that they'll do it more often. And I'm happy for that. I died because I mistimed my parry. How did I die in P2? Oh, I tried to parry that. You know, after getting to play with it a little bit more, nothing really beats a well-timed Hexa. When you know, like, major mechanics are coming up and your burst is coming up, or your mini burst is coming up, you can just, like, delay it just ever so slightly if you need to cancel mechanics. It's so good. Oh my god, I almost died. 3 months per cube sale, yeah. That being said though, I think I'm going to be broke for a while. I don't know if I'll be able to afford any cubes. I'm just going to be saving for these Starforcing events until all my characters are done. I really thought that I'd be able to, you know, kind of get my arcanes done on my mules pretty freely. A lot of my mules have 21 arcanes, right? So I was like, oh yeah, this is fine. All my characters are going to have 22 arcanes. Yeah, no, that's definitely not happening anytime soon. It is still not free. No. Didn't think I'd die. The Zerk tanked hard. It tanked hard, but the rest of the items made it worthwhile. Like, after the Zerk took a lot of my money, the rest of the items were, like, really, really cheap. Like, really cheap. Given the fact that it was an 8% chance of success, a lot of them just, yeah. The ones afterwards were really cheap. Well denied. That Zerk got me good compared to all the other items. Not a bad trade though. What am I doing? Holding my sense for next boss. I Starforced this stream? Yeah, I Starforced earlier. I've already spent all of my money. Right now, I am farming money back to tap more. I'm farming up money to tap more. No, no, no. Okay. He almost ran at me. Look, if I do all of the all the bosses on this character, I can get like another 5 taps on my source. Worth. The combat power gain on the card is equal to the total combat power of your main. That's alright. Look, the Starforcing gains go up quite a lot once you get further. That's for sure. Because there's more to scale off of, right? When you have more items with better pots, even a single star can give you quite a lot of damage. Like if you're at 300 mil plus and you get 1 star from 21 to 22, I wouldn't be surprised if that was just straight up like 1 or 2 mil combat power. And today, how many stars did my Kana gain? Let's look. 1, 2, 3, plus another 3, 6, plus another 4, 10, plus another 3, 13 stars gained. And I gained, what, roughly 30 mil? So each star for me was almost 3 mil combat power. It really adds up quick. The early stages, the stars, they don't increase your combat power by too much, but once you get more of it, it starts getting exponentially faster. Yo, the slime dodge Hecate is too good. $50 bill for 2 stars. Yeah, depending on the item, that's not too bad. Because my ET was actually, it's 75 bill, but it really was sunk into 2 stars. I know it says 19 to 22, but it actually went from 19 to 20 like within the first couple of tries. Like maybe 3 or 4 tries even. And the rest of it was just 21 to 22. And that was 75 bill. So 50 bill for 2 stars might not be too bad depending on what item you're looking at. I think that's alright if it was a level 200 item. If you got 50 bill for 2 stars on like a 160 item, definitely on the more expensive side, but hey, you didn't lose your item. That's what matters. Like all of us here who spent a lot of money probably did not blow up any items, and that's the important part. I would much rather have made 0 gains but didn't blow up my item, because in a way that's kind of like cubing, right? Obviously it doesn't feel good to cube your item and then, you know, you buy 60, 100, 200 bill worth of bright cubes for nothing, right? But that's where a lot of players are at. A lot of them actually just spend all of their money trying to double prime their weapon. So it's exactly the same thing here. It's just for a different upgrade. Like obviously you'll feel bad if you spend that money without making any gains. Anybody would feel bad about that. But you try not to think about it too much in that sense. It's just like you're guaranteeing that you can't go backwards, and that's what we're here for. I don't really mind not making gains. I'm just happy not going backwards. You got 4 pitches from 18 to 22. And a Zerk from 18 to 20. Nice. Solidify as a marathon. Yeah, it really hasn't changed. I'm sure there's a bunch of us who are saying, like, you know, the Starforcing system is very expensive. But the tragic part about that statement is it has always been an expensive system. It was just disguised in how long it took to actually tap all those stars. Like, anybody who's played enough will tell you the same thing. It was pretty miserable tapping gear past 17 star before. Because, like, if you safeguard it to 17, then it goes to 18, and then it goes back down to 15s, and you just spend all of your money, 15, 16, 15, 16, 15, 15, 15, 15, you know? It's just, all your money just gets deleted there. And then you get to 19, and it goes back down to 15, and you're just stuck doing exactly the same thing again. It was always been bad. I'm not saying that it's not expensive right now, but it's always been expensive. It's just been presented in a different way. And honestly, right now, it's the best way that we've had so far. Not going down and guaranteed. All you have to do is just spend more money. I'm all up for it. I'm here for it, man. It's so good. Like, the fact that if nothing else, you get to keep your item. Like, it's almost unheard of that anybody has, like, gone 18 to 18 on a single pitch item without blowing it up, right? Just to put it into perspective, people have definitely spent 50, 60, 70 bill, whatever it is, to go from 15 to 15 on their ET, but then they've blown up 2 to 3 of them along the way to get it back from 15 or to 18 to 18, right? Like, what would you rather? Would you rather keep your single ET and spend 50 bill for no gains, or spend the exact same amount to go from 18 to 18 and just, you just lose a bunch of spares, right? You know what I mean? It's just a matter of, like, perspective. The system is really good for me. Spend 100 bill before going back and forth? Exactly, right? And it gets even worse depending on which item it is. Yeah, this system is great. It really does reinforce, though. Like, ideally, you do all your upgrades on Shining Starforce. I'm glad that they made Shining still a exciting event to farm and save up for. Right? I'd even go so far for a lot of players that it's kind of mandatory. The amount of money that it saves is pretty huge. Especially if you're tapping, like, Eternals and stuff. That will add up pretty quickly. Especially when every tap is like 2 bill. You're gonna want that 30% saving. It's every 2 weeks now? Yeah, for sure. The Shining every 2 weeks, so good. Imagine if we had, like, the old Shining where we just didn't know when it was. You could be holding your money for a very long time. What's the Eternal strategy now? I think a very well accepted one is that people are just not going to safeguard 18 to 19 and 19 to 20. Just because how expensive it is. It depends on your spares. It depends on where you are in the game. But I'd say if you can help it, try not to safeguard them, because yeah, you can just get rolled. Like, I've done, like, only a few items from 21 to 22, and then a little bit from 18 to 20. And you fail a lot. Like, there's a reason why a lot of people are saying, well, I just spent 300 bill in like 5 minutes. You really do. It's just gone. It just goes away so fast. So I think if you can help it, you don't safeguard it to 20 at least, and then just safeguard the last leg. Because the last leg is actually, on average, cheaper to just safeguard than to risk it. 20 to 22, always safeguard. But there's definitely an argument to not safeguard 18 to 20. That Zerk cost? Yeah, I got rolled on that one item. But it's okay, look at the rest of the items. Now, Peko, look at the items afterwards. It's okay. it was more than made up for it. After that Zerk, I was like, streamer client mode. Like 1-2 tapping every item, 21-22, 21-22, 21-22. I was living a good life after that Zerk. But that Zerk got me good. It really did, it got me good. Your impatience you like to spend as soon as you get them. Do you know what the best... That's also a really good point. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with just wanting to tap your items as soon as you get them, right? Because it's exciting. You get like the first belt that you get because you just want to work on it. You want to cube it, you want to Starforce it, whatever it might be. Now you can actually just do it whenever. I know it's going to be cheaper to wait for a shining, but you technically can just do it whenever because you can just safeguard it the whole way. On the previous version, you had to wait for shining because the item was so rare that you wanted to give it its best shot to get to 22, right? Or 21, whatever the number was. Now you can actually just tap whenever. You're going to pay 30% more, but you're not really griefing anything except your meso. You're not going to have any issues blowing up the item. You can have fun and, you know, gamble early, not having to wait shining. But at least, you know, it's fine. It's like a do what you feel like sort of thing. And you're not really griefing anything except your own money. And that's fine. Like, if you want to pay a premium to have fun now, that's always been in the game, right? Since when in MapleStory has it been where, you know, you couldn't just spend your money inefficiently if you felt like it? I definitely have to call it inefficient, though, because shining is being, you know, every 2 weeks. Ideally, you wait for it. It's not too long of a wait. You got your CFE to 25 tapping off event? Hey, congrats. Look, if you gamble your resources like whenever you feel like it, that's I've done that plenty of times too. You know, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. That's the risk that you take. If you want to gamble off event, then you do you. I definitely used to do that a lot more. It wasn't until they introduced the boom reduction thing where I had to stop. I didn't want to blow up my items anymore. Blowing up your items off event, knowing that you had a better chance to save them, did feel kind of bad. Alright, what are some other characters that can make some quick money? Apparently my Blaze Wizard. Well, we made some gains on the Blaze Wizard. That means this will be faster. Ooh, I can reset my Blaze Wizard Hexa too. Yeah, nice. Yo, my Blaze Wizard spent 8 bill for 2 stars from 21 to 22. That's pretty damn good. Has 700 frags to reset. I want Hecate. It's worth it. I'm always excited to reset some of these characters just specifically for Hecate. And I could also get my my Ascent too for some more iframes. Not even 700. I have 500 frags. Holy. I got nothing. Everything went into my Soul Janus. Look at this. What am I looking at? 17 Soul Janus. You know, I really should have paid attention to what I had unlocked. Okay, I'm just gonna grab this for convenience. I really should have paid attention to what I need to upgrade. I don't have very many frags. If I do these, I have 130. Yo, I can only unlock... Wait. That Origin kind of griefed me. Well, not the Origin, the Ascent kind of griefed me. Oh, I don't have enough to unlock all the stuff. Where's the Blaze Wizard Discord? Uh-oh. This character is actually pretty damn bad for frags. Oh, that's not good. Maybe griefed. Alright, what do we have here? I only got a sense for, like, specifically Damien. Alright, which one's the important one? What am I looking at? What mastery is this? Huh? Is it this one? I think it's this one. What am I looking at? Okay, it's definitely this one. Okay. Do you know what the crazy part is? I've only unlocked this. After I get level 2 in this, I'm recommended to do Hexa stat 1. That's wild. I don't want anything else. Apparently, this is it. I only did this for the utility, but apparently I don't need to unlock anything else. I'll get this to 2, I'll follow the thing, and the rest of it apparently is Hexa stat 1. What's usually the top line? Is it usually main stat? I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't have enough thing. Everything is red, it really is. Everything's red. No. It's crit damage and magic attack. Well, good job, Woplop. You know, if I get 0 on the top line, I can max it today. It's over. The dream's dead. Oh, please, don't just go to 3. If this goes to 3, I swear. This is like the worst possible thing for like for the character I don't work on. Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to the next one. I'm ignoring my Hexa stat. I'm ignoring my Hexa stat. Dude, it's 20 per roll. I can't afford that. 277. Dude, it really could be 377. Or 3710. No, it's gonna end up like 387. No, 388. Whatever the math is. It's fine. I'm ignoring my Hexa stat now. You had your fun, Wopple Up. You had your chance of glory. It's just going into normal skills now. Zerk took you to 120 bill? Yeah, that one was pretty unfortunate. Don't worry about it too much. It is what it is. Hey, I got the rest of it pretty cheap. I have 16 frags left. Can't even try this. That's fine. The most important thing is that I now have Soul Hecate. That's what's important, guys. Don't worry about anything else. I also have my... Oh. I also have my new Ascent skill, W. Where should I put my Ascent skill? I don't need this skill sequence anymore. Alright, gonna do some bosses. Let's make some money. The more money that I get, the more I get to tap random items. You're not gonna do... Oh, for Eternals, do I safeguard them or Starforce them? You can if you want. It's just be expensive, right? It's okay. Nothing wrong with spending money to make gains. I mean, that's what you save your money for, right? You save your money for Shining, and then you tap it. That's fine. I don't see anything wrong with just tapping it. Just because it's expensive shouldn't discourage you from trying to make gains every once in a while. Oh, do you know what I could do as well? I can add this here. Crazy. See if the bosses speed up. It might a little bit. Alright, Wobblop, I'm gonna need you to get a weapon jump too. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if it's cope, but it does feel like it's faster. Oh, it's also really nice that the bind holds the bosses for Blazing Extinction to hit. Because sometimes it's a bit annoying when the boss just moves away from Blazing Extinction. Weapon jump 2? I think I do have... Do I have a weapon jump 2? If I have a weapon jump 2, I should definitely be using it. Maybe it's a weapon jump 1. I don't know. I have something on this character. Whatever it is though, there's something's not good. Yo, W Wobblop cutscene. Oh. It's all good. Oh, I didn't bind. Yeah, I forgot to bind the boss. Just got excited and pressed my buttons. Damage pretty good though. Doesn't feel like that much slower. Because don't forget, the last time I done my bosses on this character, it was when we had the old like event buffs, right? The fact that this feels about just as fast is a good thing. So once we get some better event buffs going, it'll be very good. Hexa reset is for our characters. It's once per class, I think. I don't know if my other Blaze Wizard has access to the scroll, for example. No, my Blazing Extinction wasn't up yet. Did it miss? I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty good. I can probably clear before my next burst comes back up. Yeah, even if it does come back up, it's still pretty okay paced. Because then my Dark Nail should be pretty chill. It's once per character? Well, I don't know how many people have like 6-job unlocked on multiple of their classes. Like how many people have like 2 260 plus characters of the same class? That's why I didn't like claim it on my other character. I thought it was just once per class. But I guess I'll find out. Right. Oh, a source drop. Crazy. Well, don't need that anymore. I literally 22'd my source today. W. Yep. In the future, I can 23 it. It's gonna take a while though. I got really excited knowing that you could 22 all of your stuff and like for free, right? You can get your stuff to 23. But the problem is, like, sorry, you can get it to 22 guaranteed, and then you can try for 23, but you're getting it back to 22 if it booms. It's kind of expensive. Like, yeah, if I boom this, it could take another 120 bill to get back. Yo, that 120 bill, my Zerk, the more I think about it, the more I realized. Yeah, I kind of got owned. All good. It is what it is. Alright, it's okay. We just don't think about it too much. Sometimes you get some bad variants. Oh. Copium. But yeah, how's your Starforcing, guys? What did you guys work on? And did you guys hit? Saw heaps of people sharing their gains earlier. I wanna know. Fat burst. Yeah, Blaze Wizard's burst is not bad anymore. $80 bill, 22 to 22. I'm assuming you tried to go for some 23s. You know, actually, in all fairness, if you did try to go for 23s and you boomed the item, or 24s, getting it back to 22 and 80 bill, it's not too terrible, all things considered. Hello, Shumin. How you doing? Yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing my Starforcing, I did it earlier in the stream. So you guys can actually rewind the stream live and then see all the things that I worked on. Unfortunately, the spoilers are on the screen, but yeah, if you guys are interested, you can always go back and have a look. This stream will be made like public as well, so if you want to watch it another time, or like just have it in the background over the next day or something like that, yeah, the option will be there. But yeah, right now I'm just doing some weekly so I can tap even more. Cannot complain, just waiting for pitch in the waiting room for pitch. Yeah, that's fair. Look, making no gains, like, feels sad. It always does feel bad to make gains, to make no gains, but the fact that we don't have to blow up items to feel that way now is definitely a win. Yeah, I realized this character does need a CFE. Damn. Kinda wish I could trade my source in for a CFE. I literally just got it today too. What do I need on this character? I think I need a belt as well. Let's see, yeah. CFE and belt. If I can get either of those drops, I think I can pity the other one. Yeah, because I have a belt here and a CFE already. Okay, cool. Oh, do you know, I just remembered? I have this plasma heart. I can safeguard this all the way to 20 now, can't I? It's not bad. Only needing one pitch to tap now feels good. Good, yeah. It's nice knowing that you will eventually get there. In combination with the pitch pity system, it's really nice. And then all the restorations can be used to like try to push 23s in the future. What set am I on the Kana? I am 8 set. So the only things I'm missing are badge and belt. I am missing a TC technically as well, but I'm using black heart, so that's... I guess I was like 7.5 set. Alright, Mr. Wopple Up. I need you to get a belt. And then in 5 events time, I might be able to work on it. Now, my main concern is Meso. My mules are just going to take turns making upgrades. That's all it is now. My characters are taking turns. One shining is one character. Belt from Gloom? True. Now, we found the new tech for the Starforcing, guys. Okay, the new tech. I will say, based off of my, you know, somewhat small sample size, I did hit significantly more as soon as I turned on animations. And every time that I click tap with the animations on, it did feel a little bit more interesting. I don't know. Because of how fast the money runs down, there's a little bit of fun in making the money feel like it's doing more. I don't know. It's probably just cope, but it was actually kind of fun having the animations on for a little bit. Like, when else are you ever going to use the animations? Now we can actually have it on and just, yeah, why not? The money runs out in like 5 minutes anyway. What's an extra minute watching the animations and coping for the little shine that your item goes? Your ET to 22 costs less than your Golux ring this shining? Yeah. The 8% is pretty crazy. Sometimes it goes on average, sometimes it doesn't, and when it doesn't and goes poorly, it goes pretty poorly. They really should have added some kind of hard pity for the 8%. That number is so low that having hard pity would be really appreciated. Okay, the Ascent unlock on this character, pretty good. I'm very happy with that. The hard pity would have been 100. You know, given Nexon's Nexon's past, maybe that is the case. Maybe it is after 100 fails. I think a pretty fair amount would be like 20. I think if you failed an 8% 20 times, you kind of deserve the pass. $14 on 40%, yup. Crazy. Yeah, I think hard pity after 20 should be... I think that feels pretty fair. They should do it the same way too, if they do add pity, the same way they do, what's the item called? What's the thing called? For familiars. You know how if you fail it doesn't matter how you failed it, it's just the fact that you failed it that many times from epic to unique. I think it'd be kind of fun in a weird way to, like, if you failed your 8% success tries 20 times, then your next 8% success guarantees goes past. So if you get unlucky enough to like fail 8 times or 20 times on any particular item, and then the next one is just guaranteed. And you could do some pretty funny fail stacking if you do that. What do you guys think? Look, if you want to go out of your way to fail that star 20 times in a row on a CRA items to guarantee that your next 8% success chance goes through on like an eternal item, you know, I feel like you should be good with that. It's just literally fail stacking. I say let them do it. Do it next on. You've already designed it once, just do it again. Third bar made you sad twice? What? What are you talking about? Sent the video. Oh, was this a Starforcing thing? Oh no. I'm worried. Man, I'm enjoying this ascent on my Blaze Wizard. I didn't think that it would feel, you know, very much different, but it's kind of nice. Go on, belt! Belt, and then I can pity a CFE, and then my Blaze Wizard can be done with pitch in terms of getting the spares. Come on! Sparkle! No. Oh, ring box. I'll take a ring box. I do have a weapon jump too. Maybe I should just be using it. What do I chuck out here? Health cut, sure. What do we get? Risk taker. No thanks. Alright, let's go slime. Happy birthday. Haven't heard that in a while. Why do you have your username from 2012? That's a good question, dude. Do I like RL? I think it's fine. I don't think it's like anything crazy as far as I can tell. I enjoy the simplicity of it so far. I think the only downside of it right now is that it is like kind of simple off burst. But then again, a lot of the characters I play are pretty straightforward off burst anyway, so yeah, it's not really a complaint, I'd say. Not really a complaint. Do I remember my first usernames? That's a good question, actually. You know, I don't think it's to anyone's surprise that I'm not very creative when it comes to usernames. All of my characters are like references in some way or another to another game or something like that. So I can probably, with a decent amount of certainty, guess that my original usernames was probably one of my friends' usernames, just like modified slightly. Would not be surprised if that was like genuinely the thing. Leave the creativity to others. XX Woplup XX is crazy, dude. Not the Woblup. Hello Kitty 213. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that at first I was like, you know, I can imagine people putting that as their password. Just seems like something. Like, in all fairness, my character's name Hallie comes from, like, when I was making the character, I was like, what do I even like put as my name? I looked around, the first thing I saw was a Yu-Gi-Oh card, and then the rest is history. Any Synchron enjoyers? Needle fiber, anyone? Any degenerate combo enjoyers? Alright. Almost done with all the longer bosses. I should do these ones. Don't really care about Will's drop. And then we'll have 8 bill. And with 8 bill, I can try up to, what, 10 taps on a source. Maybe we can get it in 10. What is this? What is this? What is this username? You went out of your way to change your name to that? That is crazy, dude. You know, I gotta respect the effort. But why? You know, I found a very interesting correlation when it comes to the people that I know and their usernames. It's always the people that grief me the most, in Black Mage specifically, are the ones that have the names that grief me the most. So without a doubt, every person that's ever, like, died out of a Black Mage run or any run that we've done together, and then we had to rerun for whatever reason, they all have names with my name in it. Yeah, that's got to be it, right? W correlation, if you ask me. Alright. Ooh, Black Heart drop would be nice. Come on, Black Heart. Black Heart drop. No. I remember hugging the right side when you were me hugging the right side. Me in the corner? It's true. Maybe like 5 years ago. Now you hate that wall? 100%. That wall got me killed too many times. Oh man, Hecate being able to bind Damien like this, so good. And then I can just triple ascent in P2. That reset scroll changed everything. What was it like doing V healer in the early days? I'll be honest, I don't remember it that well. I also missed my bind. W. I died. I don't remember V healer particularly well, but I don't think I had too much trouble with the boss from a mechanical sense. But because we were running with 6 people, it was very frustrating. Because like having to forcefully cleanse for everybody else was very annoying. I think the worst ever V healer run that I ever did was with my friend. Back when we had to physically swap our gear in the middle of the fight. Because you know how now we have the box room. Do you guys remember this? We didn't have these box rooms. So if you wanted to get maximum drop from the boss, you had to, in the middle of the fight, change into your drop gear. One item at a time, right? Now you gotta swap all 4 of your rings, you gotta swap your face, eye, double pendant, earrings, all into your drop gear, and then kill the boss. So in V healer, you can imagine where this story is going. So everyone is just hiding in the corner. We're all changing our gear, and everyone's like, "You guys ready? Can we clear yet? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready?" And then somebody dies out. that was, and then I started duoing with a friend to you know, mitigate that situation. You run with less people, it's easier to manage strings. It's easier to swap gear because there's less people you have to wait on. We reran V healer, 30-minute V healer, 4 times in one day. And then we just ended up killing it with no drop gear anyway. Like, thank you so much, game. I'm so happy we have these preset boxes now. We got presets and box rooms. Yeah, those were dark times, guys. Dark times. You know, that's probably the reason why pitch boss felt so rare back then. It's because either people didn't have very much drop gear, which is very fair, we were kind of broke, or people just refused to swap into the drop gear. Now it feels like on average pitch is much more common to just randomly get. Like I know in my experience for sure, I definitely see more pitch now than I had like a few years ago, but I do tend to clear bosses with like 400% or more drop rate. You can tell the difference. The drop rate's a lot higher for sure. A lot of people don't believe in drop gear, but I do. Blaze Wizard Ascent is beautiful. It's quite nice. A lot of different Ascent skills are nice. I'm glad I unlocked a lot of them. Alright guys, what do you guys think? Am I going to hit this 21 source to 22 within the 8 build I have? It's definitely possible, but I don't know. It's like maybe 12 tries at most. Thank you, Nightbot. W Nightbot. It'll hit on the 6th or 7th try. Well, thank you for your input, Tilda. I'm pretty sure I have a few more other characters that can do some bosses as well. Yo, Hecate is kind of goated in Will. Giving like my mules a decent amount of damage just to do a mini burst feels kind of nice. Because I've been just raw bursting every single time. Now I can actually hold my damage a little bit. Yeah, this Hexa reset scroll is so good. Oh! I really hope that I actually cleared. If I failed test because I got smacked, surely not. Alright guys, place your bets. I'm pretty sure I died before the test. You hate that you have to summon it every time? Yeah. They added the quality of life. Oh, I have to do it again. Oh my god. Unfortunate. Yeah, it's a bit annoying having to turn it back on because I feel like I'd also forget. For combat power, should you do solo or CTene? So I think if you have good enough IED and you have decent Hexa, like I think like for example if you're level 265-ish, I'd say like at that point with 40 mil combat power should be more than enough to, you know, not have to min cut CTene. You can definitely clear it in under the 30-minute timer. And in terms of the weapon, I wouldn't bother going further than 17 on a Fafnir, if even that. Like the absolute maximum for a Fafnir for me would be like 16 or 17 actually. Because you can at least transfer that to your Absol Lab if you're using that. I know a lot of people might like, you know, talk down on Absol Lab because the gear has kind of been power crept. But if that's all you have access to, I wouldn't go further than like 17 style on your Absol Lab. Because you can do a decent chunk of the bosses with that sort of damage. And on the off chance that you get a arcane weapon from a boss, then it'll be replaced super easily. Combat power is too low to solo CTene. So I think if you get to level 265 and everything is at, let's say, 17 star, you have to work on your accessories. And basically what I'm saying is that like your source of combat power should not be from those items. So between your Fafnir weapon, if you're still using that, your CRA gear and your Absolab armor, if you want to increase your combat power, those are not the items that you improve. You want to improve your accessories from that point onwards, and your emblem, your secondary and such. And the reason for that is because your armors get replaced like reasonably easily, like compared to the other stuff. Whereas for your accessories, a lot of the stuff that you use, you're going to be using for a while. Like you're going to be using your Golux gear for a really long time. You're going to be using like a Black Bean mark for a long time. You're going to be using, honestly, even the Zakum accessories for a long time. It's more like that. Because yeah, I do agree. Like your combat power might seem pretty low in that sort of situation, but I wouldn't try to find combat power by upgrading those items. I would definitely try to upgrade by working in other fashions. The biggest gain for, I would say, early game combat power, if you care about the specifically combat power, is getting your Golux gear to 21 star. Or actually now you can even go for 22. It's crazy, like I thought that 22 star CRA, sorry, 22 star superiors was going to be kind of free. It's not really, it still can be pretty expensive. Like I think it's pretty good to settle at 21 until you get more money. It's just purely from a cost perspective now for me. Like, yeah, it is kind of guaranteed to get 22, but that 22nd star can be pretty damn expensive. Now, you could easily sink like 20 billion and not hit the 21 to 22. What's better, renting gears to solo? You're around that star? Or asking for a carry? I mean, that's up to you. The main benefit of soloing it is that you get priority on the drops, which is really good. You get, you know, if you happen to see Pitch or Twilight Marks, Daybreak Penance, they're all yours. You also get more liberation points for your Genesis weapon. That's also pretty important. But if you just care about a quick clear, and who knows, maybe the person that's carrying you is going to give you the drops anyway, I'd take the carry. Solid gains? Yeah, that's pretty good. 70 bill from 21 to 22 didn't hit. How much is it per tap from 21 to 22? Because like it wasn't cheap either for like my ET, for example. I think my Karna's ET was pretty expensive from 21 to 22. It's like 1 bill or something per tap. And I already thought that was bad. Is it like 2.5 bill per tap or something like that? Because 70 bill will evaporate. 70 bill, you get 30 tries. You can definitely fail an 8% 30 times in a row. It's so cooked. That 8%, such high variance. I hope they add some kind of hard pity, because failing that thing 30, 40 times is crazy. And then you have to do it 3 times. 18 to 19, 19 to 20, 21 to 22. Okay. Unlocking the Ascents is easily one of the best things that I've done on this Blaze Wizard. Should have done this earlier. As in, I should have just claimed the weekly fragments and then done like a high mountain or something. You also MVP red, so you get like a discount as well, right? Okay, so it would be about 2.6-ish on Shining. Damn, that's, yeah. 70 bill at around, let's say 2.5 per tap. What was that? 30 taps, yeah. 28, 30 taps, whatever the number is. That's pain. Yo, Pap Mark. You know, Pap Mark drops are actually kind of exciting now, because the fact that you can actually tap that gear, it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't really need it on this character, but, you know, I'll take it. Get rid of this continuous 2. I'll take a Pap Mark for collection. Here you go. Yes, 5 bill. Alright, let's go spending. We did all those bosses for this moment right here. Actually, I need to still transfer some things. You should probably move these MVPs across. Even if you upgrade your Golux set, it'll be hardly more than 30 mil. I wouldn't be so sure. It's because like the set bonus gives you quite a lot. Well, regardless of what your combat power ends up being, I wouldn't recommend Starforcing your Golix. Oh, no, sorry, not Golix. Your Absolab or Fafnir. Like, you can do the armors, I guess. Oh, I don't need to put this anymore. You can do your armors, but I wouldn't encourage tapping your Absolabs or your Fafnir weapon. If you have access to an Absolab weapon, then that's better than the Fafnir. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend Starforcing those gears. It's really hard for me to give you advice because I also don't know like where in the game you are in terms of what you're comfortable doing and like how your links and your legions look. If you're doing this all in Challenger World, you should be using the item burn anyway, so I'm assuming you're not like using item burn. Alright, let's go do some tapping. Alright, what do we have? We have 8.8 bill. Let's see if we can get ourselves a source. Source to 22. Alright. Safeguard to max. Animations on. Let's see what we get there. See how many taps it takes. Alright, number 5. Number 6. 7. Tilda was wrong. He lied to me. Alright, that was 10. Come on. Alright, we get... Is it 2 more tries? Maybe. Come on, last tap. No. We have to go far more money. Alright, how much was that? That was 8.8 so far. I'll just put 9 builds and just round it. Alright, we're gonna keep going. Alright. I don't think I've done my marksman's bosses. Let me check. Run BM runs? You think I would have left BM runs? Come on now. It's like you don't even know me. I do BM as soon as it refreshes. No, it's balanced out, guys. The streak's dead. The streak is dead. Let's do Carlos. What did you miss? I have all the gains I've made on the left side. So if you want to see me actually tapping those gains, it's all earlier in the stream. Holy frame rate. This game does not want me to clear bosses right now. It's probably memory leak, honestly. I have my external chat out. It's probably causing it. Good old external chat. Some of those are hella cheap. Some of them are also hella expensive. Oh, I died. That one Zerk rinsed me good. Everything else is pretty good. I separated the second half because the second half was kind of crazy. But yeah, that Zerk rinsed me good. No, I forgot to ring swap. Oopsies. Yeah, we're coming back. to streaming for 10 hours. With the, yeah. If you have the chat open that entire time, your game's gonna be cooked. Oh! Get out of there, Carlos. Okay, my ascents don't do nearly as much as I had hoped. Of course, his left system. He's gonna dive, isn't he? $22 4 things. Nice. Congrats on your gains, Posh. I had a pretty good time today. It started off kind of whatever. Then the Zerk happened, went downhill a little bit, but then the last 20 or 30 bill went pretty crazy for me. So I'm not upset at all. I'm just gonna DPS a bit before I do my burst. Is 19 to 20 more expensive than 21 to 22? Yeah, it is. That's the most expensive and most difficult star to get. It always has been. It's just much more obvious now. Because I think they're designed, like the design mentality is that they try to keep it at a similar difficulty as it's always been. You know those days when you could Starforce and the stars can go up and down? 19 to 20 back then was always the hardest star, right? Now, I think it does make sense because you had to, like, consider they didn't really change their overall probabilities. In the older versions, the hardest stars to get past was 19 to 20 because if you got to 19 and it failed 20, your item went back down to 15. So it was genuinely, one, really expensive, and two, really hard to actually get in the first place. And I think they like kind of decided that was their mentality for Starforcing, and they kept it that way. All it is right now is that you're kind of seeing a more like obvious display of the costs, if that makes sense. The average cost for all the Starforcing after all these changes hasn't really shifted that much, if you can believe it. It sounds ridiculous, but whatever you're paying right now is more or less what players were paying on average back then as well, and they haven't changed it. It's just been presented in a different way. I'm not saying that it can't be improved on. I do think that, you know, I would prefer the Starforcing system to be a little bit more lenient on some of these stars, but I understand that that's kind of what they kept. It was way more frustrating before. Yeah, 100%. I don't deny that. It was very annoying. Nothing like spending all of your money to get to 19. You see 19 for the first time for the entire event, and they go straight back down to 15. You spend like 30 bill, which, you know, was a lot back then, just to go from 15 to 19 back down to 15. Terrible. So as awful as it still is to spend your money so quickly, the overall outcome is much better here. It is much better. They've just kind of like shifted the costs a lot. As in like the way that we spend our money has just been shifted a little bit. Oh, I have my origin up. Where we used to spend a lot of our money going from 15 to 17 safeguarded and bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down. It's wasting so much money safeguarded and wasting time too, right? And now it's kind of just been moved, so you spend way less time, but you spend heaps more from 19 to 20. Like from 18 to 19 and 19 to 20. It's just been moved around a bit. Same price average can be done with 1 equip and not 10 spares. Exactly. That's the biggest benefit of this change. Like, yeah, people will always complain about how expensive it is, because it is. But let's not pretend like it hasn't always been expensive. There are heaps of arguments being made about this current system and why it's bad, without taking into account that the overall chances of hitting your successes is basically the same, right? Now, we've been doing this for ages. I do think that it can be improved. I'm always up for improvements, but let's not pretend like we haven't been playing the same game. It's just been changed a little bit. We just actually tapped 19th and 20? Yeah, exactly. After 7 TCs, it's 22. All it took was no booms. You know, I'm impressed that you had like seven spares. Actually, I know you play in both servers. Is this on the interactive server or is this the heroic one? Or are you saying just like between the two servers? Oh. Just heroic? Damn, 7. Is this it? Oh, I died. That's not great. Did you see 7 spares or are these just restorations? Yo, imagine seeing 7 spares. That's crazy actually. Or from restorers? Yeah, that's fair. Well, I'm happy that you have a 22 now, though. Begging for scraps when the whole system's pretty flawed. I don't deny that the system is flawed. It's more like... Look, I agree that like certain things can be improved, but I think a lot of people are being very dramatic about like how bad certain things are when the reality is that it's kind of always been bad. I think complaining about Starforcing is very fair. But yeah, it's not like it hasn't always been like this. I'm more up for improvements. I will say that the changes that they've made are definitely a step in the right direction, and that's a good start. I'm sure we love knowing that at least we have the choice to not blow up our items. Well, that was a bit sad. Am I up super late? Not really. It's like 11:30 PM right now. It's not too bad. It's definitely later than usual when it comes to like my stream time, but I think overall it's not too late. I missed the parry. It's cooked. You can choose not to tap? Yeah, absolutely. Just because there's a shining every 2 weeks doesn't mean you have to tap every 2 weeks. I mean, you can. Ideally, you know, if you do tap, you tap on shining. But you can skip it and then just like spend your money in other ways and then come back to tapping at another time. Like, you don't have to worry anymore about, you know, when is the next Shining going to be? Am I going to miss Shining for 3 months? You know, there's a genuine concern for a lot of people where they want to make gains, but they don't know when it's going to happen. So they're just at the whims of, you know, wondering when things are happening. Now that's no longer the case. It's good. Yeah, the whole issue with Shining Starforce, that was really annoying, especially once they changed it, so then the boom, like, chances were, like, higher off event, was just a question of when are we actually expecting to see Shining? And it always felt so bad, you know, if you spend your money on your cube sale, you had to really consider, do I actually spend a lot on this cube sale? If I do, then when's my next Shining? And vice versa too, for players who want the opposite thing. If they want their cubes, do they spend on their Shining on their other characters? You know, it was very annoying. Now though, we know for a fact we're going to get our Shining every 2 weeks, and that's great. God, Hecate is so good. Oh. While I don't really recommend tapping off event, I do like that in a way they made it possible to off event again. Because before, off eventing was just pretty much grief, right? In the sense where you really want to tap on event, because if you didn't, you'll blow up your items more often on average. Now, if you're just going to safeguard everything anyway, your only opportunity cost is Meso. And as precious as Meso is, I think a lot of people just like the option to do things whenever they want. Like, let's say the next Shining is coming up and you don't want to wait 2 weeks, right? Oh, I'm on yellow now. But you're not going to be home for the Shining. Now you can actually still make your gains off event. You don't have to wait for that Shining. You can just do it whenever. Or you can wait 2 weeks. It's like up to you. It just gives you more options, and that's good. To me, this whole Shining Starforce every 2 weeks, I just like that it doesn't feel like you are actually griefing doing stuff off event. Like, again, I encourage people to tap on Shining. It's cheaper, and for items that you're not going to safeguard, you're more likely to succeed. It's always about the choices, right? Player options is good. Optimization is a different question, but player options is always good. I think with Eternals, it's fine to still, like, wait for Shining, because even if you don't safeguard, you still get 30% off, like, the base cost, right? Because as expensive as it is to safeguard, that's not because of Shining, right? It's just safeguarding Eternals in general is expensive. Like, whatever the cost is off event, like, Shining still cuts it down by 30%. So it's still definitely, you definitely want to wait for Shining if you can help it. It does save a lot of money. But I'd say it's no longer, like, mandatory. It's just highly encouraged. Because before, the whole issue with spares was so much more prominent. There was an overflow bug? Yeah, but we're not talking about bugs here. We're just talking about in general. Right? Of course, if it's a bug, you don't do stuff with it. That goes without saying. Alright. How many more bosses do we have? Only a few more. How much money will we get for these crystals? Maybe 3 bill? Alright. Surely with 3 bill. What I can do? I can restore my belt on this character. Right? Is that what I'm waiting for? I can get a belt. I guess I might as well hold my money until next Shining. the off chance I actually find a belt on the floor. Then I can save points for my my badge. How many of you guys are saving your points for badge? Are you guys all done? Are any of you guys done with your pitch? This badge is going to be... It's gonna be a long while until that happens though. You just need a badge? Yeah, it's just a matter of waiting. 10 set all 22 now? Nice. Now you're just waiting to push past 22. W. Almost died. Almost done. I mean, the hardest part is getting the pitch right now. At least in Heroic. The hard part is actually just seeing it. Working on these items, Starforcing these items, I'm kind of relieved that, like, the decision making is very simplified now. It's just simply wait for Shining, and then wonder, do you have enough money to do those gains? It no longer becomes like, when do I start working on these items? Like, what stars do these items get better? Like the classic question of, when can I wear my Zerk? Because I lose my Twilight Mark set bonus. Now it doesn't even matter anymore. The question has changed into, can I afford to get my Zerk to 22 star? Or 21 star, whatever the number you decide to stop on is. I think I just have some small bosses left to do. Yep, just 3. Alright, after this, should have about 3 bill. I have 4 more tries at this source. Surely we get it, right? Surely we get it. We hit this 21. Wait, how many can you get here? It's like 30? Does Battle Mage's main attack hitbox increase with M1? It does, actually. Not by much, but it does. I think it also increases the hitbox of Scythe as well. And that one's actually pretty good. It lets you, like, double plat, or even triple plat some maps. Like, if you're farming in Odium, it's pretty good. Last boss on the Corsair, and now we can tick this character off. Done. No, I'm running out of characters to run on. I'm running out of money. I haven't zeroed out like this in a long time. Zeroed out to the point where I can't do anything else. But that's a good thing, I think. I would rather zero out and actually make these sorts of gains than blow up items in just a random order. W change. I'm very happy for my Kana. Like, after today's one, I'm basically just going to pick 1 character per Shining Starforce to work on. That's basically what it is kind of going to come down to. Just a few characters per couple of weeks. 120 for the Zerg isn't the worst. Nah. In a vacuum, it's pretty bad. But given the whole, like, Starforcing event, if I had even gotten remotely lucky, just a little bit lucky on the Zerg, like, my shining would have been insane. Like, everything that happened afterward was nuts. What? I patched 6 bill for 22 and everything, like, was done within 10 taps from 21 to 22. That is such a win. Like, yeah, my source is being a little bit stubborn compared to the others, but honestly, like, given everything else, who cares? It's so cheap. Now I'm just, like, running bosses for fun. Haven't bossed since Hecate. Dude, Hecate is pretty good. It's good stuff. Alright. I get... what? 4 taps? Alright. We're starting at 3 bill. So if we zero out here, then it would be 12 bill spent. Alright, surely we failed enough times. Come on. Come on. You can do it. No. No, I don't even have enough money for another try. I need 200 mil. I'm out of money. Alright, surely... go another character. Which character hasn't finished bosses? I literally just ran my battle mage earlier. Oh, my cannon master. Surely my cannon master, right? I'm usually pretty lazy with my cannon master. Any point in keeping Carnage Treasure after getting KT and Superior Ring to 22? In theory, you could go for 23 Carnage Treasure and then like 24. Because if you get 24 Carnage Treasure, you can transfer it onto a sub ring for 23. Or you can just keep tapping it until it goes 25. And then you get a 24 sub ring. You know, the spares can be used in that sort of fashion. Whether or not you think it's a good use of money, that's a different question. But, yeah, it's not bad. I do have bosses on my Cannon Master, but it's just like all these weak bosses plus Will. I think I'm carrying people for these ones as well, so I can't run this. Oh no, I'm running out of bosses to run. I don't have money. Oh. Aha, Marksman. I got Marksman. Alright, another 5 bill. We can try another 9 taps. Oh, I can also respec this character. Wait a minute. I didn't check my... okay, this character's got nothing. All good. Oh, I could get something maybe. Should I do that now? Do this. Okay, yeah. This thing says once per character. I thought it was once per class, but it's per character. Yo! 1.6k? That's pretty good. Wait, actually, before I check that, take a quick screenshot of this. Oh, there you go. Now I know for a fact that most of my characters have about 1.5 to 2k worth of frags. Right, let's unlock this. Let's unlock Ascent. I think I'm just going to put the main skills unlocked. Cartridge, yes. This, yes. Split shot. Perfect shot, rather. And then I put this to 9. It has a new order. That's good to know. I'll check it in a sec. I'll just unlock all these first. This is where I find out I don't need to unlock some of these skills. Keck W. Alright. Marksman, where you at? Hexa order. Alright, here we go. Well, it just looks like snipe at 9. And then some of the others are like pretty evenly leveled. That's alright. Where's the burning event? You have to go into the main menu. I don't know why that's the case, but yeah, it's in the main menu. You gotta go back out and then reassign it. I'm just gonna take points out of this and call it a day. Is that not my numbers? Oh, I griefed. This is supposed to go up to 10. I thought this said 1. Oh, hell no, I'm missing 1 fragment. What have I done? Oh, I had 1 job, guys. I had 1 job. I'm literally missing 1. Wait. No, it's fine. Haha! I haven't claimed my rewards. Let's go. All good. All good. Whew! Almost bricked. Yes. The single fragment got me there. You think I was gonna farm for 2 hours? 0 shot, mate. 0 shot. Alright, what else do we do here? Put this to here, this. Notifier. I'll notify this one as well, so it's more obvious. Skill sequence. Can add this. This one can add this. Nice. Alright, now we can do bosses. 21 top, 31 booms, 25 bill. Yeah, that's definitely some of the worst stuff that can happen when it comes to CRA. I'm sorry, man. Well, hopefully your next training is a bit better than that. Did I watch it? Oh, I don't need the frags right now. I just did that because I was literally 1 frag off of upgrading one of my things. I had 149 fragments and I needed 150. Oh good, ended up getting enough. To Tilda's disappointment, I got enough. No, I didn't update the thing. I didn't update my source cost. It should say 12 bill, not 9. I'm dead! Oh no! You pretend that running V healer is like farming a frag. I see. Oh. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Well, it's nice knowing you guys. Okay, I have no clue how I'm alive right now. Did I level 4 tap all of your pitch? I did, yeah. Everything that I did on the side there was level 4 protection. It's expensive, but I value my spares more. Even if I had restorations, I did level 4 still. To me, every spare that you have on your character and every restoration method you have is a attempt at 23. That's how I'm viewing it. So, like, if you are in the spot where you have restoration points or star spec restorations for your pitch, and let's say you get all your characters or all of your pitch, sorry, to 22, then you'll be able to roulette them to 23. That's how I'm using it. Well, that's how I'm gonna treat it. So like the day that my Ren, I'm mixing up my words. The day that my Kana is full 22, including the belt, then I can use my restores to tap them one at a time to 23. And then if it booms, well, then you just bring it back to 22, right? In theory. So you still probably need to have like, let's say 100 plus bill for every 23 star. Or whatever the average is to get to back to 22. Because obviously you're gonna restore it, you're not gonna put it back at 18 and leave it there, right? You're gonna go for 20, 22. Oh, what's that? Full level 4, yeah. I use full level 4, turn off my brain, max, and then just send it. If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, well, at least I get to keep the item. I didn't have a drop coupon. All good. Wait. Legion drop 3. Hell yeah. W, quality of life. What's map? It's a magic eye patch. Magic eye patch. I haven't heard of many people using level 2 or level 3. Maybe there are. I can give you my input on those ones. I just think that if you even remotely care about the item blowing up to the point where you're considering using 2 or 3, it doesn't make sense for me to like reduce it slightly and pay more. I might as well just pay the entire cost and make sure it doesn't blow up. That's how I feel about it. There might be like mathematical breakpoints for when if you do like number 2 or number 3, it like increases your chances. Oh. Like it makes your averages better, but to me I don't really care about like average booms. I want it to be 0. Like the whole reason why I use force and not think about it is just I don't want to blow up a single item. At least that's my thought process. I would much rather use all my money, and you know, if it makes no gains, then it is what it is. But I would rather use all my money and actually still keep the item. I don't want to blow up a single item. I just got destroyed. We can buy a drop in the boss room now? Yeah, you can. It's pretty good. Very convenient. Just from the boss room? Nah, you can do it inside the box room as well, apparently. What's my weekly income? If I do all of my bosses, it's somewhere around like 70 bill, I'd say. Oh, I thought I was gonna die. You got trolled by next one after reset, got lucky, and now you got rolled back. Yeah, I heard that a lot of people got rolled back, which is pretty unfortunate. Oh. So yeah. Hopefully you can get lucky again. But I guess you could try your luck with Nexon support. I don't know if they'll be able to do much about it. But I have heard of people like hitting their items and then getting rolled back, but still getting their item back, if that makes sense. It's a bit of a coin flip. If you don't have any evidence of you like hitting these things outside of a screenshot, it might be kind of hard. But I feel like you have nothing to lose trying, I guess. Hopefully they give you your item, but yeah, it's a bit rough. Ooh, ring box. Basically 2 22s every 3 weeks. Yeah, something like that. Depends on the item for sure. That depends if I get lucky. But I like knowing that I can make pretty steady gains across my characters. Ooh, continuous. 4? 3. No, I need a 4. For a new guy, it does not make sense to go for 0. Oh yeah, it really also depends on the item. Like, for me, I'm saying 0 the entire time because I'm talking from the perspective of pitch boss items. I would not do that for CRA, for example, right? Like, even with my money, I wouldn't do that with CRA because the items that have a lot of spares, you don't worry about blowing up things. Like your CRAs, fodders like reinforced belts, reinforced earrings, you know, that sort of stuff, you don't need to safeguard. Like, there's probably even an argument not to safeguard things like Karna's Treasure. You can probably do it to like 17 because it's not that expensive. But like that 17 onwards, you don't need to anymore. Didn't get lucky again. Oh, I'm sorry to hear, dude. Yeah. It probably doesn't help that the Shining one, it was bugged. 2, we have an influx of new players and returning players, so heaps of people were on the servers at the same time. And they also made it like a training Sunday, right? Like the Shining is also the training Sunday. So heaps of people were on all at the same time. I wonder if this is going to happen again in 2 weeks' time. Because when we had the event Double Miracle Time, that was just on a very specific day. The servers were literally unplayable. So I wonder if like this is going to be an ongoing problem. I hope not, for sure. But we'll just have to wait and see. Just Hyperburn or up to 275? So right now, for the Hyperburn, when you get to 260, you can assign it as like the Beyond Burn, so you can get to 270. But you only get one of those. I think soon we're going to get the Kinesis Remaster. And then with the Kinesis Remaster, we also get a normal Hyperburn, but not the big one. Not gonna bother? Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, it does feel pretty bad to get rolled back like that, though. I'm sure there's plenty of others who are also in the same position. Having Shining every week makes level 4 strong. For a lot of these things, you have to kind of like make your own judgment on what you want to get out of the Shining and what you want to get out of the Starforcing event. For me, my only goal is to at least break even after spending my money. Like, if I gain 0 stars, so be it. It is what it is. But I want to go into every Shining Starforce with the intention of like not going backwards. I'm not even asking for much at that point anymore. I just don't want to go backwards anymore. Either 0 stars or positive stars. That's it. Nothing complicated for me. I just like the, you know, the option to change how you want to Starforce. I also like knowing that we have guarantees of when our shining is going to be. That way, you know, you can plan around it. The hardest part about Starforcing before, when it came to shining, was just not being aware of it happening. The amount of times I had people come into my stream being like, wow, we had shining yesterday, I missed it, I didn't realize. You know, because I know not everybody keeps up to date with the game, that's fair enough. So, just being able to know that even if you miss it, you can do it again in like 13, 14 days. Yeah, it's good. And also, you don't have to like farm specifically for shining anymore, if that makes sense. You can spend your money however you want, and then the day that you decide, oh, like, okay, I want to start Starforcing, you can start saving for it, because then you know that in 2 weeks or 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever it is, you'll be able to have shining. It's guaranteed. So it alleviated the whole Starforcing FOMO by a really big amount. Less about winning, more about not losing. Absolutely. Oh, this character does need Zerk. Zerk would be a cool drop. What's the combat power? Should be like 170. Oh, there you go. 160-ish. How much pity do I have on this character so far? I have 180. Okay, that's good. I'll just keep building pity on this character. Don't need to pick anything just yet. Can't even afford to tap it anyway, even if I wanted to. It's like investing IRL. Yeah, you could definitely put it that way. Makes sense. Why is the source? Question mark. We're not done with it yet. We're getting there. We're still working on it. Technically, I've spent 12 bill on it. We don't know if it's gonna stay at 21 or go to 22. All we can do is just wait until I have a little bit more money and try again. Maybe it's 22. Maybe it's it stays at 21. This is probably the last boss meal I'm gonna do for today, though. Alright, marksman. Pity eye patch? Eye patch? Eye patch would be a really good drop. I think if I get an eye patch here, I might opt to get it to 18 or something. Because I think I'm currently waiting on 4 set, possibly. Overall, how did the Starforcing changes feel? Really good. I really like the new Starforcing changes. I really like how you have the option to just safeguard everything the entire way. So it makes the precious drops, you know, more reliable. And that by itself is already a huge win. And the fact that Shining, like, fully discounts it, the 30% is just, yeah, icing on the cake. For me, it was always like the option to safeguard is always nice, because I definitely, you know, didn't safeguard everything that I tapped previously, so this is like kind of no different. if I work on some characters, maybe I don't want to safeguard, maybe I do want to safeguard, but just being able to safeguard the entire way is really nice. And then on top of that, going for 22 stars on rare items, more or less being guaranteed, and all it is going to cost you money, that's fine. Like, makes sense, you got to pay money to make prog. What is map? It is a magic eye patch. It's the face accessory. Wait, no, eye accessory. Of course, magic eye patch. Off to the gym. Alright, see you, Pi. Thanks for dropping by, man. It's good to see you. Congrats again on your TC. Finally 22 star. Wait, when it comes to the Starforcing system, there are heaps of like benefits as well. Not just for those who are going to be able to safeguard the entire time. It's just the fact that 20 to 22 being more or less guaranteed really helps out with like prog before pitch, because one of the more annoying items to work on is your superior Gollux kit, right? Like just all the superior items, you don't want to blow them up, and typically you want to get them to 21, 22 star. Now you can get your fodders the same way as usual, like you can, you know, safeguard or not the KTs, the reinforced belts, earrings, dom pendants. You can do whatever you want with them. But the moment you get your sub item to 20 star, you're at the home stretch. It's just a matter of money to get there. You don't have to worry about like spares or anything, because that was the most infuriating thing about working on sub pendants. Even if you did like the safest way and 22'd your dom pendant and transferred it onto a sub pendant, that last tap, you boom that, you're in a world of pain. Like every single time, you gotta go back and farm your dom pendants again. If you don't get any dom pendants, well, then you start using daybreaks, and that doesn't feel good. And you didn't really have the option to tap them directly either, because it takes like, what, 3 weeks to get one spare. Yeah, this is such a win. The fact that you can just safeguard 20 to 22, and the average cost of it isn't that much worse than it is now. Like, that's all you needed. You have an 18 and a spare, level 2 or 3 boom reduction would be worth it. Personally, I wouldn't consider using level 2 or 3 for pitch. There might be an argument to use it for other items, for sure, but for me, for pitch, they are so rare that I would rather spend more money in guaranteeing it to get into 22. Like, it can be expensive, 18 through to 20, really expensive, but the way that I see pitch spares now is every spare is a attempt at 23 star. You might not be able to go for the 23 attempt anytime soon, because, you know, if you're like at 30 mil combat power and you have an eye patch because you got the drop, you're not thinking about 23, but this is like very forward thinking, right? Like, you're thinking further into the future here. Like, when you eventually get to 22, you would rather have kept that spare, and then now you have the choice to go for 23, and that attempt is extremely valuable, in my opinion. So, to me, every time I get a restoration, or like a spare, or enough star specs, whatever it is to work on my pitch, I am just going to use that specifically for 23 attempts. Because the chances from 22 to 23 effectively became like 45%. It used to be way lower because you had to take into account getting to 22 in the first place. But now you're guaranteed 22 if you pay the money for it. You're effectively using every single spare as the 23 attempt. And a 40%, 45% chance is like not low. Like that's a pretty reasonable chance of hitting 22 to 23. It's not that bad. But yeah, obviously the downside is it's going to be expensive. I mean, just look at my Zerk. My Zerk from 18 to 22 took 120 bill, fully safeguarded. But, you know, you can kind of forgive the item in a way, because if you think about it, if we had done this on the older system, right, I would have spent 120 bill and I would have boomed this eye patch like, or this Zerk 10 times over and over. 120 bill is a lot for a pitch item, right? But it also would have costed a lot of spares on the old system. Like, yeah, I spent 120 bill for 4 stars, but at the end of the day, it only took one copy for that. It's fine. It's not that bad of a trade-off. Pitch Whisper Crystals and Starboxes should be only used for 23. You can still use the Pitch Whisper Crystals to get the pieces that you're missing. Like, if you're missing 1 or 2 items, you can absolutely just use them for whichever ones you're missing. Because you got to have the item in the first place, right? To even consider going for 23. The Whisper Crystals can be used to get the ones you're missing. You know, whichever piece. Or you can save for badge. Or you can use it for 23 attempts. That's up to you. It depends on where you are in your prog. And what you get more value out of. But for the restorations from the points in the start specs, I think should be used for 23 attempts. What's the discount? 30%. It's a full, proper 30% discount from my understanding. So Shining Starforce, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Last couple of bosses on this character, and I'll try the last few attempts at my source here. I get the feeling though we're probably going to end up with 0 money and no gains on the source, but honestly, that was a pretty good, roughly 300 bills spent. They split Safeguard and Mode 4? Yeah. I don't know how it actually interacts before 18 star though. From 15 to 18, if you do Mode 4 or like Safeguard, it's only still 10%, right? Like discount. It's not the full 30%, right? Yeah, okay. I actually just fully read your sentence, yeah. From 15 to 18 still scuffed. That's okay. Like, you don't save as much from 15 to 18, but the big savings happen when it matters. It matters hell of a lot more from 18 to 22 for sure. Mode 4 is disabled for 15 to 18. Oh, so interestingly, you can do like mode 2 and 3 then, right? I guess depending on what the item is, that might have some value. Yeah, I'm really happy that they made Mode 4 30% off on Shining. Because that was like one of the few concerns that we had. We didn't know if Shining was actually worth waiting for, or if it was even a good event. Because if it was only 10%, like how it is for Safeguard, honestly, Shining wouldn't have been that interesting for me. Like, I might have considered just tapping off event, right? Because the difference would have been 10%. Like, 10% is such a minuscule amount of savings. It is a saving for sure, but like in the grand scheme of tapping, the 10% doesn't add up as nearly as much as 30. So the full 30% is really nice. This character doesn't have a mini burst sequence. I didn't put a sequence for the mini burst. I'm just gonna have to attack this boss like a pleb. No burst for me. Alright, come on, Will. I need you to give me your money. Give me your money so we can tap this source and finish up our Starforcing session. Ooh, almost died. Any guesses for compensation? My hopeful one is something to do with like, I don't know, somehow like compensate in the form of Starforcing, but I can't imagine them giving very much. I don't know, maybe the hopeful one is like a 20-star scroll or something like that. I don't know. But realistically, it's probably just gonna be like EXP coupons. Because we did get Starforcing event at the end of it. I don't know. I don't expect very much, to be honest. Because they did manage to put it back online. They'll probably do something small, like maybe some symbols, maybe some coupons, maybe some frags, I don't know. Not expecting very much. Would love something to do with like Starforcing related, like if they give you a 20-star scroll or something, that's Starforcing related. Maybe a couple of them, maybe 10, I don't know. Something like that. Oh, I forgot to swap the drop. KT. You know what? Actually, I don't need KTs as much anymore. Just want to be able to do Monster Park easily. Don't make me hit the mobs like a normal person. I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to hit one mob and then the entire map dies. I'm not asking for much. Thought they fixed that. Maybe the next reset will be okay. I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that I only claimed mine. Like, I only got my 6th job after they reset it, in a way. So maybe it still counts as not... No. It's just spaghetti code. I'm not going to pretend to understand how it works. Bottom line is, though, I don't have it on my rel. And I need one energy. I don't know if I can survive doing High Mountain without Dusk either. That sounds kind of bad. Remove from planner, add a new character's planner, add it back to planner on the first character. Yeah, but then I don't have another 260 character to put it on though, right? Unless it can be done cross worlds. Well, regardless, I already claimed it on my Kana, so I'm just not gonna fuss about it. That's fine. It's fine. Did I make any gains? Yeah, heaps. I put them all on the left side, so if you're interested in seeing me actually make those gains, you can rewind the live stream. YouTube, you can actually go back live. That's pretty good. I think you can actually do that now on Twitch as well, but you have to be a subscriber. Although I'm not currently streaming on Twitch, I'm only on YouTube at the moment. But yeah, pretty good Shining Starforce. This is going to be the last boss that I'm going to do. And then once I sell these crystals, I have like another 5 bill or whatever it is. Then hopefully we can get that source to 22. We've spent 12 bill on it. How many taps is that? There's about 600 mil per try. I've already done 20 taps, roughly. So, we're due for the star. Come on, give us a 22 star. We fail stacked enough. It's time for 22 stars. Come on, Source. Stop being stubborn. Alright, let's sell these. I'm on 5.6 now with whatever I had before. A few MVPs. I've been kind of lazy putting these MVPs away. Now that I don't use my storage nearly as much, don't have to put my money away or anything. I actually am forgetting to do these things. Alright, what do you guys think? The last 5.5 bill, will we hit a 22 star source? Actually, I should change this. This is closer to like 300 bill, but that's fine. Alright, this is the last one. Last, how many tries? Like 7 tries or something? It can be added before 260? Oh, really? I see. Oh well. Unfortunately, I've already attempted it. I already completed it. Alright. Last item. Last tapping for today. Will we hit 22 stars? 12 bill in the process. Alright, we have 5.6 here. Come on. Come on, Source, 22! Don't make me wait 2 weeks to do this again. This is the event for you. Come on. No. Wait. I need 30 more mil for one more try. We can do one more try and then we're completely zeroed out. I think I do have some more bosses I could do, but I don't want to do any more mules. I'm a little tired. I still have my mech left. I'm not running my mech. That's not happening. Oh. We have enough for one more try. You know what? We gotta change the map, and we're gonna star catch this ourselves. I'll go to my favorite map. One more mule? No. I'll just wait 2 more weeks and try again if this doesn't hit. Alright, we'll star catch it ourselves. Last try for today. Let it bounce back. 22! It's over. That's another 6 bill. Alright, so we spent a total of 18 bill for it to go 21 to 21. That's okay. That's okay. I think overall the gains were pretty good. So these were our final numbers. Can I change it so that it's a bit darker in the back? There we go. Nice and clear. So these were the final gains. Kana, pretty okay, except for the Zerk. The Zerk number was, yeah, this one is a little bit rough. 120 bill for the Zerk, but everything else was like within reason. The eye patch, the magic eye patch for 6 bill really offset that, thankfully. Yeah, and the bottom half, holy crap, these gains are insane. Sarah, 4 bill, 1 star, Ren, 1 bill, Blaze Wizard, dude, the Blaze Wizard 8 as well for the first time in ages. Battle Mage as well. The Heroes one was pretty cheap. That source was a bit stubborn, but the Zerk in 7 bill, pretty good. Overall, I'd say pretty successful event for me. Very happy. I was kind of hoping I'd have enough money to do more, but after experiencing the 8% success rate, I am, you know, can't complain. I really can't complain. I am mostly happy that this actually means that my Kana is done for the time being. I'm not going to be Starforcing on my Kana again for a while. Every time I get money, it's just going to go all into my other characters to try to get these 22 star pitched. So until my Kana gets... I think I'm only missing a belt. I'm only missing the Dreamy belt. Yeah, other than that, it's all good. No one's going to have cube sale money anymore? No, I disagree, actually. Given the fact that Shining is every 2 weeks and you know exactly that it's coming up, you can just skip 1 or 2 weeks. Now that we know for sure that it comes every 2 weeks, it means that you can choose when to spend your money on Shining. Like, the whole issue with the concept of Shining before was that it was so random. Sometimes we got it, you know, 1 or 2 months in between. Sometimes it was a 3-month gap. You never knew when you were supposed to save your money for these events. But now that you know for sure, every 2 weeks is going to be Shining, you can choose to save up for it, choose to save up 4 weeks for it, whatever. Or just not even do it, because you know that if you spend all of your money for cube sale, you can just wait 2 weeks and there's another Shining. Like, this is so much better. So I think it's going to be the opposite. Like, people who like want to do stuff on the cube sale, you can just skip 1 or 2 Shinings, because you know it's going to come back in 2 weeks after that. Now cube sale's the random one? Yeah. They did say they were going to do it more often. 4 times a year instead of twice. That's an improvement, but we don't have dates. So it doesn't help. Doesn't mean anything. Yeah. So if anything, if we hear rumors about a cube sale, I think that the meta now is going to be, you hear the rumor of the cube sale, you hear that people are going to save for a cube sale in, I don't know, November. Then you decide, okay, how many shinings am I going to skip to do the November cube sale maybe? And then if it doesn't happen, you can still do shining if you want to. So yeah. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Like, it's easy to FOMO and be like, oh, I gotta do Shining Starforce every time it comes around because it's like OP event. But now that it happens every 2 weeks, it's no longer OP event. It's now just part of the game. It's just part of the game now. And that's pretty nice. Oh. I really like knowing that. Whenever I feel like Starforcing, I can choose to save some money and then Starforce for it. Like, I don't need to be super conservative on my gains anymore. I can spend my money how I want, and then if I want to make use out of the event, I'll just wait for the event. It's good. Yeah, overall gains though, very happy with it. Oh, my Kana is in a good spot now. 415 mil combat power. Now I just need to wait for some drops. The next shining is going to be kind of exciting for my Kana, maybe. I can probably get my Eternals to 18 star. I don't think I'll be able to push past 18 stars, unfortunately. It would be too expensive. Oh, actually, I don't even get to wear my Eternals next week. I mean, next shining. Because I need another 2 weeks of Adversary. Or 3 weeks of Adversary. Yeah. So I don't even get to swap to Eternals yet. That's a bit of a shame. I was kind of excited for that, but that's alright. I feel bad for new players. They're going to have unrealistic expectations that don't have the income. I mean, that's always been the case. I feel like players have always told... Like, veteran players and experienced players have always told new and returning players that so-and-so concept is free. It's so easy to make a CTene mule from Challenger World, people say. It really isn't. Like, don't get sucked into, like, thinking, like, various aspects of the game is easy, because it's very dependent on the perspective of the person who is telling you these things. If somebody's playing 8 hours a day, a lot of things are going to seem free to them. Like, for me, I play this game more or less full-time. I stream and make videos full-time. So it's easy for me to say, like, oh yeah, I make 70 bill a week. Yeah, great. That doesn't mean anything to a lot of players. That doesn't mean anything. That's kind of why when I made my RL in my Challenger World, I made it without any of the passes, because part of me wants to keep me like kind of grounded. Like, I need to remember how difficult it is to make gains and work with what you got. And money is not one of those resources that you got. You ain't got anything. You're broke as hell. You're not Starforce anything. You're barely cubing anything. And you're somehow supposed to clear content. Like, there's got to be a way to do it. So I'm just trying to figure it out. You know? We'll figure it out eventually. If I can't clear hard Kai on Challenger World, it is what it is, right? Like, what do you want from me? There's nothing I can do about it. I guess I could have grinded more, but yeah, that's fine. It's all about, you know, I'll figure it out. It's not about optimizing everything. Optimizing everything is too much effort. It's too much effort. But yeah, I think though, that'll be it for today. Pretty good Starforcing session. Probably never gonna see that amount of money again, actually. I had 300 bill for this event. I don't think I'll ever have that much money ever again. Given that shining is every 2 weeks, if I have even like a little bit of income that I feel like tapping, it's just going to be spent on the spot. I'm never going to have any more than 100 bill. Unless I save for like a whole shining, then maybe I'll have like 140 at best. Yeah, that's it. The days of saving is over. Now we're just spending whenever we feel like, and it, you know, I'm okay with that. Money is earned in this game to be spent. Because every event that you skip, you're making a decision to either hold out for another event, or you're just not making any gains, really. Or not attempting gains. It's okay to spend the resources that you have. But yeah, now we can spend more freely, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Now we know exactly what to expect. 18 bill to not get a star? Actually, the one before that, I spent 7 bill for 2 stars. That's okay. The worst one was the Zerk. I spent 120 bill, and it took quite a while to get from 19 to 22. Look, these numbers are crazy low. Like the 8% chance here, because I safeguarded everything, right? It's pretty expensive. It's expensive and it's high variance. Like this star right here. This is all I did. You can get this on the first tap. I did actually get it on one tap a few times. Like on my Ren's eye patch, I got it on the second try. My Blaze Wizard's eye patch, I got it on the first try. It happens. And then you get absolutely robbed by other items. My ET took like 30 taps to get to 22. My Zerk took like 100 taps overall to get to 22. Yeah, it's just like, just watching your money just go down. Just a little bit at a time. Or not even a little bit, a lot at a time. But the takeaway from this is, it's expensive, but I didn't lose any items. I did not lose a single item on today. Even though I ended up not making gains on my hero source, I still made gains across my account. And that is something that I would never have thought we'd be able to do. Like, this is guaranteed. Expensive? Yes. High variance? Yes. But we'll never blow up the item anymore. I mean, if you choose to. Money is like whatever. Look, we spend so much money on cubing already for nothing. This is just the same thing now. It's just a money sink. You throw money at the wall and hopefully it makes some gains. Cubing is exactly the same thing. You just spend a bunch of money and just hope you hit your 3 lines. Now it's the same thing with Starforcing. You just spend a bunch of money, hope it goes 22. Love the way you approach the character. You're playing free to play. Yeah, that's that was kind of the point with the rail for sure. I don't think, in full honesty, I don't think I'll finish Challenger World. I don't think I'll get to Hard Kai. Because, one, it's really short. 12 weeks is not a long time to get there. And the main reason why I don't think I'll get there is I won't have a Genesis weapon. Unless I solo Black Mage somehow, which, I mean, maybe I can. I don't know about that. I hope I can. But realistically, without a Genesis weapon, soloing Hard Kai seems pretty out of the picture. Well, we'll just see. 12 weeks is a long time. Maybe I'll get there. Yeah. Just to like wrap up the stream, I only have one complaint about the Starforcing system, and that's like the high variance of the 8%, right? Like I spent most of my time tapping 8% chance of success, and you get varying results, right? Like you can get this on the first try, you might not get it after 100. That variance is way too big, and I think that Nexon should somehow implement some kind of hard pity. Like, whether it be 20, 30, or 40 fails in a row, like, anything. Ideally, it's something reasonable. If they set hard pity at 100, then, you know, it's like, there's no point, right? So maybe something like 20 or 25 tries. If you fail 20 to 25 times, the next one's guaranteed. That would be something pretty reasonable. Like, yeah, what is the average? Like, napkin math here, average out of 8%, that's like 13 tries. If you fail 13 tries, you're starting to get into like the below average area, right? You can absolutely fail this 8% 13 times over and over and over. It's just, yeah, some kind of hard pity would be nice. And then I think the Starforcing system is like just one step closer to being like an interesting system to play with. But yeah. Am I playing more Hyperion or Challenger? Pretty even on the two. But that'll be it though. I've been rambling for too much. It's like 12:30 in the middle of the night, so I should probably go to sleep soon. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, for all those guys on the YouTube stream. If you guys enjoyed your time here, please do give the stream a like. Helps me out a lot. And if you guys want to hang out in the Discord, this is something I should plug a little bit more. I do have a channel Discord if you guys want to join in and chill there. It's pretty active actually, surprisingly. Yeah. And if you have any questions as well, feel free to jump into the Discord and ask. We have a questions tab and people are pretty active. Alright. Appreciate you guys as always, and hopefully you guys had a good Starforcing session, and I'll see you guys again probably tomorrow on stream. Maybe not at this time though. Never reset. It's mostly us making fun of you? That is so true. All you guys do in that Discord is make fun of me. That's fine. Alright, take care guys. See you all again next time.